Greetings. This is going to be an all 12 sign check-in, starting with Capricorn, ending with Sagittarius. I have this angel deck. It has like 88 angels. It's from the 70s. I wrote some channeled messages on it, so I'm going to be doing the reading with this today. Please check your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and your Jupiter. So go to Google, type in free birth chart, and fill out your information. Okay, Capricorn. There's something here about sincerity with friendships. You are going to learn who is not so sincere in your friend group, and it seems like you're going to be meeting some new people, having some new friends who are actually quite sincere. There's something here about being more intentional. Also, you can have someone with the Chinese Zodiac sign of the rooster around you, or you can just have someone around you that's like very loud and boisterous, like a rooster around you, and you are being told to be kind of cautious about this person. It's like someone you want to back away slowly. You don't want to turn your back to them. You just want to like walk backwards slowly away. Back away slowly from the situation. But like, don't turn your back on this person. The other thing with this, they can be like a very greedy person. Like this is someone who can have a lot, but they like to hoard and they like to let people know that they have less than what they actually have. Whereas they would get mad at you if you like did the same. So it's like not fair. It's a lose-lose situation because they aren't generous with their heart. They are someone who operates from a scarcity consciousness. And Capricorn, you are being told, it's like when people operate like this, you have to understand that people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. Obviously, I say that all the time, but they can also only meet you as deeply as they know their trauma. And some people just aren't aware. So like usually when people are like, that person is so toxic, they're such a horrible person, it's like, or they're just unaware. They have not yet gone through a spiritual journey of awareness. So like, instead of just blasting this person, how about you just have compassion that they still have some, maturing to do. So there's something with that. Also, Capricorn, you are being warned about substances right now. Like now is a time to, if you love to drink or smoke or play video games or watch corn, whatever it is, lessening that, Saturn will bless you. So if you're having any difficulties with your health, with your money, with your personal relationship, try not having that drink every day. Try not smoking, whatever you're smoking every day. Try not having that anxiety pill or whatever every day. Like, try something else, like going for a walk every night, or, there's something here with that. Music is also really powerful. So is the pen, writing. This is something, there's something here that is time sensitive that you really need to feel into, because someone can try to pressure you, or you can feel a lot of pressure about signing something, and you are being told, there's warning about that. Now you are in a period where it's chop wood and carry water, so you are going to have to work a little extra hard at this time to yield the results later on. However, when you really love what you do, then it doesn't feel like work. Like I do readings every day, I edit photos every day, I write the horses every day. Like I do those things 7 days a week, and I enjoy doing those things. But I also make sure that I block out time for me to rest, care for myself, journal, go on my walks every single day, walk, van, go, play with my cat. Like there's something here about finding the balance. Because sometimes, Capricorn, you can overwork yourself, and then you kind of get in this gluttonous stage of like numbing out and just needing, like you're burnt out. But if you balance every single day, working every single day, but also finding time to journal, rest, take that Epsom salt bath, or go on a walk every day, then it doesn't feel so daunting, and then you don't burn yourself out. Now, you do have a lot of notoriety in your field. You are being defended against liars and frauds. You do have common sense, and that is helping you at this time. Your loyalty and your frankness is going to help you. So rather than playing niceties, being a little curt is going to actually help you out, because there are people who are actually going to respect that. So you are being told, Capricorn, during this time, say the truth, even if it's, I'm hearing the ugly truth. Say the ugly truth, even if you know that your client or your, business partner or your boss may not want to hear it. They will respect you in the long term, and there will be better rapport for that. So you are being told, do not be lazy or over nice in a situation. Like, Tell it how it is. Your creative talents are urging to be brought to the light at this time. You can feel like you're being tested a lot right now, like there are a lot of delays. We do have 5 planets in retrograde. Mercury is also going to be going retrograde at the end of November, but usually we start to feel the effects of that. So that will be miscommunications, mishaps in travel, mishaps in technology, usually about 2 weeks before. So expect to feel that in like a week or two. But we already have 5 retrogrades right now. There is something here about your bones being a bit weak, being a bit brittle. Your teeth could be sore. If that's you, private message me, because I have a couple supplements that I would like to recommend for that. There's something here about overcoming laziness, inconsistency with applying yourself. Now, those who have been lying or have been dreamy and not grounded or over-promising but under-delivering are going to be having a really harsh loss during this time. So we are being forewarned about that. There is a recovery process, but it requires you, again, to do a little of something every day to really hone in on the balance. So this is like, if you have any sensitivities, there's something here about being conservative with overindulgence, like not overindulging at this time. And even fasting would be really important. And that doesn't even necessarily have to be fasting just from food. It can be fasting from media. It can be fasting from corn. It can be fasting from watching too much TV. It can be fasting from drinking, smoking, etc. Like something here about fasting, doing things in balance. You are also being told to be patient for divine timing. Some of you have repressed your emotions a little too much because you feel like something has been unfair, but Spirit is saying it's kind of like the situation of Job, like you're being tested and this makes you more mature, it makes you wise. Your faith may be extra tested at this time. When you receive your throne, are you worthy of the throne? And people who are worthy of the throne are people who are not going to be rash, crass, are not going to get upset when they don't receive something right away for doing something good. It's like you do something good because you're a good person, not because what you receive from doing that good thing. Now, obviously, after a while, it doesn't feel good to be taken advantage of, but there is a fine balance here. There can be fatigue, but actually the more you work out, I literally spoke on this in a previous reading, one of the signs readings. I think it was actually Pisces reading, so you could be dealing with the Pisces or have Pisces in your chart, but to beat fatigue, you work out more. That's how you beat fatigue. You don't sleep more, you work out more. So there's something here where it's like, if someone is like, I'm just so this, it's like, no, you need to do more of that thing, not less of that thing. So something here can seem counterintuitive. You're also being told that there are a lot of suppressed emotions that can be causing physical symptoms. So if you're like experiencing physical symptoms that you don't normally experience, whether it's like breaking out or bloating or sensitivities when you haven't previously had them, or extra phlegm or extra inflammation in your face, it's because you're suppressing. You know, I always preach the triangle of health is your spiritual, your mental, emotional, and your physical. It's a triangle. And you can only be as healthy as the weakest of those 3 points, Capricorn. So you need to tune in likely to your emotional and mental, because some of you could feel like you're in tune with your spiritual. Some of you feel like you could be in tune with your physical daily life, but you're ignoring your emotions and you're not expressing them. I'm also hearing say what you need to say. So Capricorn, there's something here where you need to say what you need to say. You're not saying something and your body is lashing out at you for that. Okay. After Capricorn is Aquarius. I feel like angels are a little more gentle, and I'm not gonna lie, with all the retrogrades and all the squares that we have in the astrology right now, the all signs readings have been pretty intense, pretty crucifying. I thought something flipped. I guess it didn't. So I thought we would do angels today to be a little less crucifying. No, Aquarius, I already have to speak for you guys that all of the nighttime cards, you don't have anything during the daytime. So there's something here about the nighttime, in the night. Some of you guys could work the night shift. Some of you guys might be more productive at night. Like I know I am as a creative. I usually sleep. I mean, I don't sleep that many hours anyway. I usually sleep like 2 hours a night, sometimes 3 or 4. The last 3 days I've only gotten 90 minutes of sleep, but that's because I've had like weddings and a lot of work every day. But for some of my Aquarians, you can be someone that you can be a lot more productive in the evening hours. You can be a lot more creative in the evening hours. Even with editing, like I edit the best from like midnight to 4 a.m. And then I'll sleep from like 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. And that's just how I operate. So I don't know if you need more sleep than that, you know, it's whatever. But if I try and go to bed at a normal time, like, and then edit in the morning, it's not the same. It's not the same. And there is something to be said, Aquarius, especially because, you know, Aquarius is the kind of out there, bit alien sign. And when most people are sleeping at night, the energy around is like kind of quiet. If you think of like tree roots, they communicate underground. This has been proven through science. You don't have to believe in woo-woo things. This is a scientific fact, okay? Trees communicate that way. Now, humans, when we have thoughts, we also are communicating that way. There's like little neural highways that are pinging all around the world. So during the daytime, there is a lot of that. And people that are hypersensitive, or people like Aquarians who have a bit of that kind of like alien galactic like differentness to them, can be a little sensitive or feel disrupted during that time. Whereas when most people are asleep, it's like, it's peaceful. I can access that creativity because there's not all these neural pathways of people's thoughts pinging. Like, for example, you know, I live in a neighborhood. So during the daytime, most people are awake. So it's like everyone in that household could be having all these thoughts, everyone in that household, everyone in that household. And so me sitting at my desk trying to be creative is a bit difficult. Whereas in the middle of the night when they're all sleeping, it's quiet and I can finally hear and feel that creativity, and the editing just flows. And that's how it is for me. So there's something here about, you know, don't be afraid to change up your sleep schedule. Don't be afraid to do something at nighttime to be more productive. Like, you need to change something to bring ambitious projects to completion is what I'm hearing, Aquarius. So for some of my Aquarians, there is something here about certain projects. Also, there can be mishaps to deal with legalities or in work, little quarrels. There is some adversity, some gossip, some slander going on around you. You are being told to be patient, resistance, yet you have an ability to always get by despite the resistance around you. There can be sorrow around you. However, there is a lot of fertility at this time as well. Animals, children, family, and friends that you would consider family are going to be really powerful for you at this time. You could also be dealing with a vet, a doctor, your mother, or other like mother-like energies around you. There's something here about really focusing on allowing yourself to be more tender during this time, and that will slowly remove any feelings of like persecution or people who, are slandering. You need to be softer and you need to be more vulnerable to remove that energy. Rather than fighting it with fire that will beget more fire, you soften to it and you allow it to kind of move through, and it doesn't have any resistance. It's kind of like the image. There's this meme that has two people playing tug of war with a rope, and it says it's like all that needs for both people's hands to heal, because it's like these two people playing tug of war and their hands are blistered, they're bloody, they're bruised, the people, you know, are like sweating on their forehead. All it takes for both people to heal is one person to soften and release. So Aquarius, you are being told right now you need to be the bigger person and soften and release from a situation to heal you and the other person. Holding on is not helping, it's not healing. Yeah, you are going through some sort of difficult phase, but yeah, there's a traitor and a fraud around you. So for some of my Aquarians, there will be redemption around the corner. You will also heal from any sort of wound, internal or external. Something will regenerate as well. I'm seeing like skin regenerating, like if someone, you know, burns themselves, like there's something here about that healing. Candula is a really great homeopathic remedy. You can actually buy Candula cream and homeopathic pellets just at like your basic CVS, Walgreens, or Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. There is harmony coming for you around the corner, but it requires you to be introspective, soft, and to surrender. It also requires you to be consistent and for you to also refrain from excessiveness, fraudulent activity, or inconsistency. There is health and equilibrium at the end of this, but you are being told to beware of overindulgence, beware of people trying to tempt you, beware of overspending, buying things that you don't really need, or your spouse or your friends trying to kind of con you into buying things that you don't really need, or conning you into being excessive. So like, you could have a spouse or friends who are overindulging at this time, over drinking, overeating. You are being told to be the wise one of the bunch and to not overdrink, to not overeat, or even not to partake at all, like fast that day. That will actually reward you tenfold on the other end. Whereas you engaging with the activities, like you going along to get along, is actually going to hurt you really, really hard on the other end of that. There is a necessary transformation that your body is occurring. Your suffering is what is going to make you a healer. So there is something here, a painful and inevitable loss, and you could feel estranged from a situation, but it's because that situation is not healthy at all for you. So whether this is like a marriage or a friendship or a work situation, there are food and diet disturbances. There can be mental disturbances. These illnesses and injuries are teaching you towards better health, and that means like you guarding and protecting yourself from unhealthy relationships, unhealthy people, and unhealthy dynamics, because your physical vessel is going to reap the negativity. I'm hearing sinning, like it's going to hurt you continuing to go along to get along with these people. You are being pushed towards like that eagle energy. Eagles fly heights that crows cannot reach, Aquarius. You are being pushed to read like prophetic words or like more philosophical things, like listening to Goggins or Jordan Peterson, just different texts like that would be helpful at this time. It is a period of you rescuing yourself and consoling yourself, and God, Spirit, Universe, whatever it is you believe in, for me it's God, is trying to teach you through this, but there are some painful lessons about regenerating and bettering yourself by removing certain fake friends and fake partnerships, fake love relationships that are really just trying to pull you down to their level, because misery loves company. So, okay, after Aquarius is Pisces. Pisces, the eagle came through for you as well. So again, eagles fly heights that crows cannot reach. There's something here about people can only affect you if they can pull you down to their level. If they can't pull you down to their level, then they can't access you. So in the past, if people were able to get over on you, they can be upset because they're like, why isn't the same tactic working? It's because you've risen to new heights, Pisces, and you are not letting them pull you down to their level. So stay, when others go low, we stay high, or we go high. That was at the end of a Drake song where his grandma's leaving him a voicemail. For some of my Pisces, your grandmother, her energy can be really strong with you during this time. You can be connecting with her strongly during this time, whether she's deceased or alive. I'm hearing, staying alive, staying alive. Yeah, for some of my Pisces, someone could have crossed a bridge, or someone could have wanted you to cross a bridge, but you're not. I was channeling, you want that ambulance to pick me up and take me for a ride, hoping they don't revive a homie and bring me back to life, and you shot me down, 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 I don't die. So that's Joyner Lucas, I don't die. So someone can be upset about that. Pisces, you have a lot of joy and freedom around the corner for you. After setbacks and theft, there is a rapid recovery. There's also a rapid recovery from illness. There can be fame, there can be luck, fortune, travel. You are being protected. Yeah, I mean, you have God, creator energy with the lightning bolt. The lightning is the tower. So other people have been trying to cause a tower towards your fertility, your children, what you are building, your home, your money, real estate, business. But you're winning because there's something here about being faithful. For some of my Pisces, you can feel like things have been really boring. Spirit is saying it's only boring because God has been protecting you from all this crap that people have been trying to throw at you. So if you're bored, you are lucky and you are blessed, like very blessed, okay? very blessed. Yeah, there's hidden justice coming in for you. There is a legal victory. I'm not giving legal advice. I'm just speaking energetically. But Pisces, it does seem like someone was really trying to betray and block you from something with the law or with publicity, and you are coming out on top because you're 2 steps ahead. You've always been 2 steps ahead of these Mongols, is what I'm hearing. Your ambitious goals will be achieved. Deception is going to be avoided because only if you've been doing things correctly. Like if you've been doing things upright with an upright spine and correctly. There's something here about posture. Your posture is important because when your posture is in alignment, then all of your spinal, you know, call it chakras, but you can also just see it as your freaking spine. Like you don't have to look at it woo-woo. You can just be like, when a spine is held upright and engaged with the core and engaged with the obliques and the glutes and the hamstrings are lifting it up, then you make clear conscious choices because everything is in alignment. Now, when you're slouching and you're doing certain things, your body can't communicate in alignment. There are little discrepancies. So there's something here about really the importance of posture. Some of my Pisces could sit for long periods of time, or some of my Pisces could have really physical jobs or jobs that make you like bend over or do certain things. Like I think of like a farrier or even like a seamstress, like you're looking down, like that crook in your neck. Like there's something here about lifting something up so you can have better posture. You're going to be in better alignment. Your communication is a strong point. There is something here about design. So you are meant to design things. You're meant to write. There's something here about cinematic. Like design, writing, and cinema is actually food for your body and mind. So there's something here about really tuning into creative things, letting yourself devour and consume creative things, watch some cartoons, look at some magazines. You're also going to be meeting new people who teach you how to trust again. I'm also hearing, teach me how to love, show me the way to surrender my heart. Girl, I'm so lost, teach me how to love. Okay, so that's Music Soul Child. Now I can get my emotions involved. So somebody here previously never got their emotions involved, but maybe you're going to meet someone or someone is going to meet you and that's going to change. Yeah, there's something here about being freed from hostile, anxious, oppressive environments and people. And literally you have the rescuer God. Like there's new construction, there's more luck, like you could be moving, like something here could be happening to the place where you're at now, but you're gonna leave in the nick of time. Some people could be saying you're prideful because you seem like aloof and you're just in your lane, but it's like, how is someone prideful when they're focusing in their own lane and they're doing exactly what God designed them to do? That literally makes no sense. It's only prideful for a person to step out of their lane and step out of their way to judge you in your lane, in your house, with your beliefs and your God-given purpose. Now that is prideful. So those people are going to be getting it, really getting it. Okay, after Pisces is Aries. Aries. Aries, you can be seeing lots of 7s and 9s. 7s is the number of spirit. 9 is the number of completions. You are multidimensional. This can really bother people like me. Some people who like have just recently known me, they can be like, oh, she's crazy. Yeah, she's like lost her mind. She has mental problems. And then they see that I'm actually like a wedding photographer. I play the harp. I've been riding and training horses professionally for years. And then it's like, oh, look, all of your slander is stupid. And you just look stupid and you look like you have mental problems now. Because people are judging you based off of like one facet of you and they don't even know you. They don't even care to get to know you. Because they just want reason to be mad at you. They just want reason to slander you. They just want a reason to talk smack on you. But they don't know how hard you're working. They don't know how many jobs you do. They don't know all the caregiving that you do. They don't know that literally every single job that you do is providing for others. Every single thing you do is serving others. So it's hilarious, Aries, because you have people around you who are trying to say, you're selfish, you're full of yourself. Oh, I mean, yeah. And literally all you do all day, all freaking day, every day is serve other people. How is anything about serving everything else around you selfish? It isn't. It isn't. That's what I deal with. That's what I deal with. I serve people all day, every day. With my photography, with my readings, with my animals, with my family. Like, I just serve people all day, every day. So it's hilarious when people try and come at me who don't even know me. You don't even know me. You don't. You have protection from Archangel Cassiel and Raphael. So there is something here because you're the only one, Aries, who has these sun cards. The sun is about being in the spotlight. It's about having exposure. You are supposed to have exposure at this time. You're also exposing the bozos and the idiots and the imbeciles who are trying to slander you at this time. People who have been resistant, rigid. I was channeling ironclad in Pisces. So you could think that you are an Aries, but if your birthday is in March at all, or it's from April 1st to April 15th, you are actually a Pisces sun. So you could tune into Pisces reading. You need to go listen to that, or watch my individual readings where it says Pisces all placements. I literally just posted it. You need to go listen to those. Yeah, you are readying yourself for higher unions. You have literally the eagle here and the thunderbolt. So again, just like I said in Pisces reading, eagles fly heights that crows cannot reach. This just pisses people off, Aries. You are annulling others' lies and their incoherence. Because they're incoherent. You're also realizing projects, you're bringing them to fruition, and you bringing things to fruition, and you being cooperative in your actual work areas and your professionalism areas is revealing the lies of all the idiots around you who have tried to slander you. You also are being told to discover higher expression of your communication. Don't hold back. You have a profound understanding. There's something here about you've conquered insecurities. And so people who are insecure are just going to say that you're prideful and full of yourself because you're not insecure. You know who you are. You're authentic. But just like in an airplane, you can't save anyone else around you if you don't have your own oxygen mask on. These other people, they don't know how to put their own mask on so that they can actually be helpful to the rest of the freaking plane. And they're going to call you selfish because you're putting your mask on so that you can actually serve the rest of the plane and save the entire plane. That's literally insane. That's literally insane. So there's something about that. You have a lot of comprehension and patience, and you're incredibly intelligent. You have a higher intelligence when it comes to work. There's a genius level around you. There's something here about envious, lazy, insecure, jealous people that are trying to stop you from passing exams or getting certain upgrades, but it's not going to happen. You are meant to be an actor, a speaker, a writer, a singer. You're meant to use your voice, Aries. You're meant to express it and make it shine. Baby, shine. You are meant to bring your talents to the light during this time, Aries. You are overcoming any fatigue. You have become more mature. Success for you has been slow but steady. So people can always feel like maybe you were like always a baby or like always young, or you're just naive. And there's something here about, no, you just have the divine within you and you always keep that childlike spirit within you. And slow and steady is what wins the race. So other people could have achieved certain things a lot faster than you, but now that marriage is falling apart. Now that business of theirs is falling apart. Now those friends that they thought that they had are falling apart. Whereas you have just been slowly bringing something together, and it's unmovable when it arrives. It is unwithable. And that's really what pisses people off. You also are very triggering to people who suppress their emotions because of your wisdom. People can be really upset trying to delay you from things, but they're not actually delaying. It's God's timing. So some people thought that they got you. They thought that they stopped something for you. And God was just laughing the whole time because God was like, no. Literally everything's happening exactly as I designed it to happen. And Aries was meant to wait this year out and that year out. And they're going to come into their certain peak this year when everyone else gets found out. And people are mad about that. People are wondering how you made that happen. It's because you listen to source. You don't try and control things. You truly listen and tap in. You have a special talent for curing yourself because you listen to the divine. You also have a special talent for healing and curing others because of your own hardships. So for some people, Aries, you don't look anything like what you've been through. I know I look nothing like all the things I've been through. I know that, but it's because I've spent a lot on not just healing modalities, but doctors, acupuncture, functional medicine. Like, I have spent definitely 6 figures in the last 10 years on healing myself. So I've gained a lot of wisdom from what I've invested, and not just monetarily, but my time as well, and my resources all around. So Aries, you could also have a work interview coming up. You have travel coming up. Some of my Aries, you would actually be, it would be really fruitful for you to go into medicine, or being a doctor or anything with that, being an apprentice to that. There's something here about movement is incredibly important for you to stay in this higher vibration. You do have defense from evil. You have recovery from ailments. So people who think that they gotcha, they didn't. It was just a divine timed thing. You're triggering these people because it looks like you just have fortunate changes, when actuality you surrendered and you accepted the process, and that's why you moved through it quicker. It's like the buffalo. When a huge winter storm is coming, the buffalo look at the storm and they charge into the storm. Aries, that's what you do. Whereas other people will like hunker down, turn your backs, or they like run away from it. They prolong the storm. Aries, you just face it head on. And not only do you face it head on, you charge into the storm. And that's literally what brings you more fortunate change. And that's what's bringing success. You are self-aware. And because of that, you are worthy of respect. You are worthy of the higher income. You are worthy of receiving some sort of inheritance, whether that's spiritual, physical, or you know, in any way. There's something here about traveling for more education. You're really good when it comes to teaching children or teaching animals. You are favored when it comes to animals and children, Aries. You are protected from any sort of fraud or accidents or mishaps during travel. You are also meant to guide children or pets. That literally keeps coming through. There's something here about resolving family problems by simply having compassion and not trying to change other people or make them be any certain way. Having compassion for where people are at. For some of my Aries, you spent a long time in crisis, being alone, feeling persecuted, in isolation, being totally abandoned from situations. And that's actually what made you so secure. That's why these insecure people can't handle you, because they didn't spend all the years that you did in isolation. They didn't spend all the years that you did being persecuted. They didn't spend all the years you did going through this abandonment. But you outlasted it because Mars, the planet of war, is your ruling planet. So you were designed for all the hardship, for all the that people put you through. You are operating from right action and strength at this time. And there's something here where you're always saved at the last minute, it seems like. And that is literally because you listen to the divine. After Aries is Gemini. No, Taurus. Taurus. I'm not going to skip my Taurus. Taurus. Those wanted to flip very strongly. Taurus, there is something here about the root chakra. So feeling abandonment, feeling safe, also how you connect with others, also your home, your resources. You need to speak loud and clear at this time. Some of my Taurans, you can have imposter syndrome, feeling like you don't belong in a certain society or in a certain place, but you do. You are meant to shake things up. You're not going to feel safer in this society or this place by you holding back on your truth. You're going to feel safer actually by saying that uncomfortable thing and very slowly attracting the people who are like, man, that's uncomfortable to hear, but it's true, I need to hear it. You can have Aquarius in your chart because I was speaking the same thing in Aquarius's reading, or you could be dealing with an Aquarius. There's something here about indecision, and that indecision leading to betrayal. So this can be something where someone was just so indecisive for so long that they are wasting, they're stealing time. Someone can feel like that's not betrayal, but when you're stealing time because you're not making a decision, you're not taking action and investing in that person, you're not offering them that relationship, you're not offering them that job, you are betraying that person. So you are betraying God's will, and that is going to get you. So for some of my Taurans, you're being warned heavily about that, or someone that you're dealing with is being warned heavily about that, because someone here has been betraying someone. They've been betraying God by being indecisive, and that's actually the worst betrayal. Some of my Taurans really need to change your habits. Some of my Taurans can be doing too many things grandiose, like living above your means. There's something here about getting news. You need to be open to constructive criticism. There is a magnificent project and a new environment that is calling your name. So for some of my Taurans, the betrayal is that you haven't been going towards that. For some of my Taurans, you can be like a city person who's felt called to like live out in a community or move out to the country. You've been called to like, you know, start something on the land, and you haven't been doing that. And it's been a couple years now. Like something bad is going to come towards you because of that. Like there's something here where if you felt a call and you didn't answer the call, you betrayed God. And you're going to get got for that. So some of my Taurans have been too lazy, timid, and unsure, and it's going to lead you to a horrible crisis because of that, where someone around you has been too lazy, timid, and unsure, and they're going to receive a horrible crisis because of it. I'm sorry. It's literally what it's saying. So it is what it is. And then we have the Martian energy and deception at the bottom of the deck. So a difficult time. So yeah, there's something here about hostility, anxiousness, oppression. There's something here about needing to give more, not hoard so much. If some of my Taurans are like, well, I don't have much to give. Well, you can give a smile. You can go to the supermarket just to smile and talk to people down the aisle. There's something here about needing, yeah, we have strangers and communication. You need to go connect to strangers more. Like you need to get out of your comfort zone. Also like go to the movies, go to a concert, go to the farmer's market. You need to liberate yourself and remove the dead weight from your life, meeting new trustworthy people who are also in alignment with what it is that you want to bring into this world. We have protection from slander, success and work with extra strength and courage, and overcoming oppression. So this is a difficult phase. There is a need for great valor, for great courage, for adaptability. There is a traitor or a fraud around you, or you are your own traitor, you are your own fraud because of timidness, not doing something, not taking action. So sometimes no action is literally the worst action, is the worst betrayal that you can put against yourself, because again, you're stealing time from yourself and from those others that you are meant to connect with, Taurus. There's something here about family ties, certain friendships that need to change, lies being revealed from bad friends. Yeah, there's again the incoherence. Eagles fly heights that crows cannot reach. There is a truth coming out, so someone can think that someone's like their best friend, but they're really not. There's a need for you to also to connect to philosophy at this time. This is a recovery process. This is a healing process, a healing time. Something about daisies and sunflowers is really important or prominent. There's something here about the justice system, envy, depression, and jealousy. Many mishaps. To balance mental anguish, one needs to clean up the body and clean up their environment around them. Also, for some of my Taurans, you got yourself into this place from shutting down when obstacles appear. I'm also hearing the elephant in the room. Something about elephants is also really strong in general. Like elephants have a really great memory. They never forget. They also are a little bit slow. But, you know, in captivity, elephants can go from being really docile because they're just so shut down and dejected to everything around them. They're so numb, and then they lash out and like, you know, off their trainer person. So there's something here, Taurus, about like, don't let that be you. Like someone here is about to snap because they've been holding something in for a really long time. After Taurus is Gemini. Doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, fa, a long, long way to run. Okay, so do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, okay, something, I don't know. Some of my Geminis could be singers. You need to sing. Yeah, we have celebrity, fame, entertainment, business. So I guess that's why I was singing. Some of my Geminis, okay, yeah, you have to balance out mental anguish. You need to clean up the body. Fasting would be good. There's something here about consolation through, again, philosophy. Philosophy keeps coming through. There is protection and success in work, so long as you speak up for yourself. I guess that's why I was also singing Do, Re, Mi. So again, there's a need to have extreme courage when it comes to your word. Your word is your sword. You have freedom from hostility, anxiety, oppression by speaking up. Stronger communication skills is what is going to move you forward and liberate you at this time, Gemini. You're also going to be meeting with a new crew. I'm hearing Crew Love by, is that The Weeknd and Drake? In love with the crew, in love with the crew. Yeah, there's also some of my Geminis, you can feel imposter syndrome, but you are meant to be a creative. You are meant to be a little out there. Sometimes I get so weird. I even freak myself out. I laugh myself to sleep. It's my lullaby. Sometimes I drive so fast just to feel the danger. I want to scream. It makes me feel alive. Okay, so I'm hearing that song by Avril Lavigne. Is it enough to love? Is it enough to somebody save my life? I don't know, I'm hearing that song by Avril Lavigne. So someone here, it's like there's something here about changing your habits that's going to change your friends, and a magnificent project in a new environment is calling out to you. Beware of being lazy or timid and then not realizing these projects or meeting these people. For some of my Geminis, you are meant to restore an artistic talent of the past that maybe you tabled, that you put on the back burner. There is a reconciliation that you need to make happen, Gemini. It seems like you have the resources to make this reconciliation happen, and you are being called to have faith that it will work out, and you do need to go towards reconciling with this person, with the situation. Yeah, we have Justice coming in with a new crew. Deception avoided, a betrayal that's blocked by having a correct and upright spine and being able to see through people's bullshit. So being 2 steps ahead, which was an Aries reading. So you could be dealing with an Aries, or some of my Geminis need to reconcile with an Aries. You could have already had premonitions or bad dreams about this friend or this lover or this business partner screwing you over. And that was literally God like telling you, ahem, you need to fly away. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, someone wants to get away. Yeah, we have good news from afar, a distant, seagulls. Someone here could be by the beach, and someone here could be more inland. Someone needs to travel. There is a mental rapport, like a telepathic connection that 2 people have. And Spirit is saying that there will be extreme harmony in this union, but success will only happen with the effort of words. So someone actually needs to actualize. Like, someone here could be dreaming of someone and they're like wondering, they're like, I don't want to make the first move. Well, you need to. That's literally God nudging you. Like my horse, he like bops me with his nose. That's what I'm seeing, Gemini. There's something here about loyalty, a very Venusuvian time. So some of my Geminis, you are being guided towards a love relationship. Love, healing, loving connections actually restores health in the physical body. So if some of my Geminis have been dealing with, mental things, anxiety, depression, things like that, or like physical ailments, inflammation, skin problems, hair loss, things like that, it's almost like all of that stuff will just seemingly magically disappear if you actually reach out to this person at a distance and reconnect with them, because that feeling of deep love is actually incredibly healing and restorative to our nervous system. It will literally defeat unfaithfulness, frauds around you, and excessiveness, or people who try and tempt you into being excessive by you reaching out and reconnecting with this person. Very strong Aries and Pisces energy, Gemini, that you're meant to reconnect with. People around you are very fickle, wasteful, excessive. They overspend. They're on demon time. And they are pulling you into that as well. So make your choice, Gemini, or make your bed and lay in it, or, fly away, get away. Yeah, we have honest and clear, hard-earned fame by connecting with honest and respectable people. Some of my Geminis are being called to be like the patriarch of the family. So there's something here where if your grandfather passed, or your father, or someone around you that meant a lot. There's like a passing of the torch. I'm hearing Othala, which is a rune. It's the rune of inheritance, ancestral battery. Like when someone passes away that kind of had that flag, that torch of the family, it's being passed on to you, Gemini, or someone around you. There's success in a legal issue. Theft, abuse, and loss is also here, so be cautious. Because when you make certain changes, it's going to tick some people off. So they might try and take from you. They may try and make some sort of loss around you. After Gemini is Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer. I just heard, like in Pokemon, I choose you, Pikachu, when he gets out his Pokeball and he like throws the Pokeball and you see the animal come out of it. I don't know, there's something, some of my Cancers, you have an uncanny way of like pulling the best out of an animal or a child, like you're meant to teach in some way, like you really, I don't know, there's something here about like Pokemon brawls or fights. You could be dealing with an Aries, Cancer, because we have the Ram here, and that also came out in Aries reading. You have Archangel Raphael and Anael, and Aries is the only one who also got the golden archangels. So again, very strong Aries energy, but also this is an extreme time, Cancer, of you needing to express. You're meant to expose. You're meant to bring things to the light. So that's going to tick some people off, but it's also going to bring immense healing to you, and it's going to connect you to higher relationships. It's also going to help you keep a job. So for some of my Cancers, there can be like a middleman, like a manager or something above you that is not doing the right thing, and you actually need to like go past them and go to the big boss and tell on them and bring your evidence. You can also have some paranormal gifts. You can be seeing some paranormal things. You can be like, no, I didn't just see that, or what did I just hear? You can have some really realistic dreams where you see someone's face like right up close. Don't be scared about any of that. Just the veil is very thin at this time. There's something here about the fantasy world connecting to the real world. It all is one world. So there's something here about like watching more fantastical things. I'm hearing Fantastical Beasts. I never saw that movie, but I'm hearing that. Again, working with animals or children is highly favored for you. You have Justice if you are being kind and honoring your daily duties. So if you stay consistent with something and you have just kept doing something over and over and over, you've been a hard, loyal, responsible worker, then you are protected from aggressors who are trying to slander, who are trying to steal, influential people who have been above you, who have maybe tried to stop you from getting certain things. Like you are going to overcome those situations. You're going to have victory from that. You are being guided towards negative influences, betrayals, and disorders being removed at this time. You are also highly connected to water and lilies, so getting a lily for your home or taking more baths at this time, or going to like a pond, a lake, the ocean when you get off of work or first thing in the morning, and just letting yourself rest. Put in some earbuds, listen to some meditation music for even 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes if you can allot that kind of time, and just letting your face, just your eyebrows relax, your forehead relax, your mouth relax, your jaw relax, and just gaze into the water, listening to meditative music will be profoundly important for you. We have fantasy and introspection leading you to patient success again. So this keeps coming through. You also could earn money from the land through agriculture or water. So this can be like selling water systems, that clean water, that purify water, something with water. Also, some of my Cancers, your pride and pretensions need review. Someone can be unreliable, or there could be infidelity and cheating around you. So we're having caution around that. Someone here can be a bit greedy. There is something here in the body that needs work. You are being guided towards natural remedies like herbs. Again, water. So this can be like hot and cold therapy, switching, taking contrast showers or taking ice baths. Some of my Cancers can be really resistant to a certain change because of deep sorrow, but there is happiness around family and with animals after this sorrowful period, or a period where there is ailments in the body. Again, some of my Cancers could need to go to a vet or a doctor for their animals or for themselves. This is a time to have an intimate relationship with nature, to tune into your healing at this time. It's like you do too much going out, not enough going in. That Big Sean lyric is what I'm hearing. So some of my Cancers are being guided to kind of pull away from others and pull in more towards nature. You also are going through a profound discovery of deeper understanding of oneself. studying more of the natural world to conquer insecurities, which can also be ailing the body. Again, I just said this in one of the other signs, but I like to look at health like a triangle. So we have our spiritual, we have our mental and emotional, and then we have our physical vessel. We can only be as healthy as the weakest of those three pillars. So some of my Cancers, there's something here where you can be really strong spiritually, you could be really fit physically, but your mental and your emotional game needs some work. Or someone here can have a really strong, mental, emotional game, really strong physical body, but they don't believe in God. That's going to tank their health. Someone else here, it just depends. Like someone here, one of those three is weak and it's affecting the physical vessel. You do have artistic talents that are meant to come through, but there is a pause right now to focus on healing the physical body. Some of my Cancers are really talented when it comes to their voice, when it comes to expressing themselves, whether that is podcasts, acting, commercials, writing a book. I'm hearing some of my Cancers really need to write a book. There's also something here about an interview, like applying for something that you don't think that you necessarily qualify for, but the way that you present yourself, the way that you talk, the way that you speak is so eloquent and so profound in consideration to like these other people who have, maybe more accolades than you, but they don't have the words that you have, they don't have the wisdom that you have, or they don't have like how you put things together is just so eloquent that it will make you be seen. You will be liberated from an oppressive environment by taking a chance on yourself. Some of my Cancers are being guided towards learning more around science, and that is actually going to help heal you, and then you're going to help speak out and heal others. You are being shielded against envy and against your own errors. So there's something here about education being incredibly important at this time. You do have an appreciation for beauty and harmony and nature. Some of my Cancers could have a garden. It'd be really profitable for you to take care of plants. Some of my Cancers are about to meet their great love. Ooh, this is the first love card that we had. So yeah, for some of my Cancers, this is a time of deep love, like love blossoming and new talents emerging, because when you meet the great love of your life, there's something here about merging your talent with theirs and you guys coming into business together. So this can be like unleashing a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear. So something is going to be crystal clear. You have luck in athletic games or events, or like, I don't know, I'm hearing like a chili cook-off. So I don't know if your farmer's market has like anything like that, or like local fairs, local markets. You're being told, Cancer, like you should do something competitive like that, because you do have a 1-up on that. Okay, after Cancer, Leo. 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 Leo, there's something here about needing to be more honest, more flexible. You're being protected, or you're being told to step back from fiery and explosive situations. Stay strong in a difficult moment. There is going to be a loss, but believe it or not, the loss is going to be heavily lightened. So some of my Leos, you can think that a certain loss is really unfair. God says it was going to be a lot worse. So there's something here where it's like you got to roll with the punches. Some of my Leos, there's something here about math, administration, taxes, numbers, numerology is really strong towards you. Lots of 5, so that's conflict, change, a lot of chaos. And 9s are all about completions. So, and then we have a 10. So for some of my Leos, there are things ending. You could be moving on to a situation, going through a rigorous material test, but it makes you more mature. Something here is meant to stand the test of time. Your talents are going to be brought to light, but you need to save and concentrate on one goal at this time and put another goal on the back burner. For some of my Leos, there's something that you've been doing like constantly right now, and you're like, this is my thing, this is what I'm designed to do. But God's going to cut that out of your life because you're meant to come back to that. Like, yes, you are going to go back to that thing, but you need to be pulled away from that thing for a few years, and then you can go back to that thing. So some of my Leos really need to allow certain changes and losses to happen, it's gonna feel like something, like you're being gutted is what I'm hearing. Some of my Leos are gonna feel gutted, but you need to pull away. This can be like a athlete of some sort having like a broken limb and being like, what, that whole, like that thing is my life. But God says you are meant to not do that thing. While you heal the physical body, you're going to go through a period of learning a different skill. This can be learning an instrument. It can be singing. It can be podcasting. It can be speaking, teaching others, mentoring others. And in a couple years, you will go back to being that athlete, likely beyond the normal age, and you're going to be even better then than you are now. So some of my Leos, you really need to accept the change that God is forcing into your life right now, because it is being forced. And the more that you fight it, the harder and the more painful it's going to be. Yeah, for a lot of my Leos, you need to cancel fear. If you, like, there's something here about canceling out fear and allowing a difficult situation to happen. There is regeneration after a family quarrel. This can be a divorce. There is something here about money, health, success, and studying, like reading more, having better esteem. Again, the bones are coming through, weak bones. So again, some of my Leos need to be really cautious about breaking something. Some of my Leos, yeah, again, the fire and explosion is really, really strong here. So you need to be seriously aware of high temper, having a high temper, a quick temper, people who can get really explosive really quickly. Something like you need to stay strong and pull back and not react in a certain situation or completely remove yourself from a situation. Someone here is really unsteady, really jealous. They just don't care. They're very obstinate. Like they're just, I don't know, just really difficult. And you need to have autonomy from this person. The way that you correct this error is to just remove yourself from the situation. There is a bad habit here of like power battles, power struggles. There's hostility all around. It can feel a sense of imprisonment. We have an athlete, again, a brilliant athlete, a sports person. But again, someone here is, yeah, there can be a lot of confusion, disorder, secrets at this time. But Spirit is saying you're meant to pull away from this sport. You're meant to completely remove yourself, break free, focus on something else. And then you'll come back to this arena is what I'm hearing. So someone can ride in an arena or fight in an arena, or there's something that they do in an arena. You will earn more and benefit more by pulling away completely, allowing yourself to go in a different environment where you will have more business success with studying something. Some of my Leos need to learn a new skill, need to take classes. Like it's time to be a student again is what I'm hearing. It's time to be a small fish in a new pond is what I'm hearing. Yeah, there's a time, literally, we have placates, anger, hostility. There's fire all around. Some of my Leos can live somewhere where there is fire because I have seen a lot of fires on the news. But Leo, you're, yeah, cautious of blows below the belt. If you give someone else blows below the belt and you say, well, they did that to me, so I just gave it back to them, you're going to get blown back 20 times harder by God. So there, yeah, there is hidden meaning in anger and betrayal and aggressive energy. There's something inside of you, like you wouldn't be that angry at another person's anger or someone being angry if you weren't just as angry. So some of my Leos can be like, well, I'm just responding back. And it's like, no, the only reason you're being triggered and responding that way is because you're just as angry and just as shite as that person. So there's something here about loyalty needs to be worked on, discipline needs to be worked on, changes need to be had for professional security to be had and longevity in life. Sorry, Leo, that's what's coming through. Okay, after Leo is Virgo. Virgo, I'm hearing on a bended knee. So someone could be proposing, someone could want to propose. Someone here could want to get down on their knees and beg for mercy, beg for help. Someone here could be getting on their knees and praying for the first time. Someone here can be getting on their knees and submitting to someone. Like someone here could be someone who doesn't submit to anything or anyone. And they're just like, I'm hearing, help me, Father. Someone here really wants to surrender. Yeah, someone here wants peace in a situation after resistance in relationships. a lot of Martian energy, a lot of conflict in relationships. You have Archangel Zachariel. You also have Cassiel and the Bridge, which Aries had these, so you could be dealing with an Aries. For some of my Virgos, there is a peacock energy, peacock nature, so you are meant to be in the spotlight. You are someone who is meant to showcase artistic talents, to defeat your boredom especially, or to defeat using bad substances. There is abundance and riches by you creating rather than allowing yourself to be restless or allowing yourself to pacify with bad habits. You are being told to be cautious of being sick at this time. There could be sickness or little accidents around you, but you will get over them. You will heal through them. You do have rigorous material tests around you. So again, you could get sick at this time. So if you go out all the time, Virgo, you're being told don't go out so much, because going out to that club or something, you could get really sick. There's something here about bones being weak, so also be cautious in the gym. It's kind of one of those weeks where rather than going for 1 rep max, it'd be better to do like 65, 70% and go for more reps. Someone here needs to be patient for divine timing. Someone here could want to kind of climb up the ladder too fast, and then it can make you kind of fall on your ass. There are tests that will delay you, but delay is not denied. Delays are only meant to make you more mature so that you can actually handle the next level of success for you. Because Virgo, when you make a move to a next level of success, it is unquitable. And I also said that in Aries reading. You have a lot of Aries cards out here, so you could also be dealing with Aries. You have travel, fame, luck, good fortune around you after a recovery from illness. So again, a lot of my Virgos can be sick or about to get sick. Just be cautious with that. I take extra zinc. I showed this in my reading the other day. I take this Good State Ionic Zinc. Now, zinc doesn't work unless you also take magnesium glycinate, potassium, D3, and K2. I take all of those religiously every day. I started to get a really bad cold the other week. It only lasted less than 48 hours because of my supplements that I take. So they work. And I'm around people all the time, so they work, trust me. So if you need to know what exactly all I take, hit me up, message me, Virgo, if you're feeling a little under the weather. Some of my Virgos, we have peacock twice here. You have both peacocks. That's crazy. You are being, cautious of your liver. So some of my Virgos are drinking too much. You're drinking too much, it's not good for you. It's not good. And I'm hearing non-alcoholic fatty liver. So some of my Virgos are eating out too much, eating too many carbohydrates. Some of my Virgos need to go carnivore, keto, and need to start fasting. This can also just be like too much like partying and celebrating with other people leads to you hurting your physical body. So that's like the downside of, being in the being famous, being in the spotlight, is like people wanting to get a drink every night or get brunch in the morning. It's like you need a couple weeks without drinking. You need like to go on a little 30-day detox, Virgo, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, you have daily difficulties. However, there will be justice on the other side given that you rest and do things appropriately, accordingly. So you do need to work to rebalance your physical body to get back onto the right path. Harmonize and bring peace to lovers and family relationships. If people are not for your peace, then they're karmic. If people are for your peace, then they are, more of a soulmate. So there's something here about really like sizing up the people around you, Virgo, who is genuinely for your peace and who is just trying to keep you in a low vibration, drinking or smoking all the time, partying all the time, going out all the time, rather than like resting or reading the Bible, spending time with God, going to church, meditating, going on nature walks, doing healthy things for the body. Some of my Virgos, it's like you are really being tempted at this time. Some of my Virgos, it can feel like a difficult time because you're going to have to say no to people and it's going to kind of tick them off, but then you're going to see that they're not really your friends in the first place. You can also be having premonitory dreams. You're being told to conserve more at this time, both for your health and for future jobs and for future things in your home. There's something here about memories from the past coming back up, situations from the past coming back up. Some of my Virgos can be extra restless at this time because of things from the past that haven't been totally cleared. that with all of these 5 retrogrades and then the Mercury retrograde coming, it's like, I thought I was done with that. I thought I was over that person. I thought I was through with this. Why am I dreaming of this all of a sudden? Why can't I stop thinking of this all of a sudden? And it's because life is cyclical. So it's a cycle. So something is just coming back around that needs to be dealt with, Virgo. After Virgo is Libra. Libra, you could be moving or traveling, or you're about to. Libra, there's something here about secrets are no fun. Secrets can hurt someone. Libra, you could also be sick at this time, or you're about to get sick, so be cautious. Go listen to Virgo's reading because I talked about what to do to get healthy. You need to concentrate your energy on one goal. You can be experiencing tests and delays at this time. It's a time that you need to save, work on the foundation of something, reconstruct the foundation of something. A lot of my Libras, there is suppressed emotions here that are preventing you, which is why you have rigorous material tests that can be coming at you at this time. There is envy and betrayal around, a need to be noble and sincere to persevere. There is guaranteed success if you are noble, honest, and sincere. There's guaranteed the opposite of that if you are not that. So karma is being had here. There is a battle, a rival, an ex that is never forgotten. So for some of my Libras, there's grudges here and bitterness towards people or situations that you felt were unfair. Someone is like so stuck on this is unfair. You never know what someone's going through, Libra. So it's not really unfair. And for you to try and play God and think that something is unfair when you don't actually know what someone is dealing with in their house is actually unfair on your end. And karma's gonna you for that. So there's a need here for some of my Libras to really understand it's not always about you. You don't have any idea what someone is dealing with in their day-to-day. And seeing someone on media or obsessively watching them on media doesn't mean you have any idea of what's going on in their home in any way, shape, or form. So someone here is obsessively watching someone. Someone here is bored. They're bored because they're not doing enough of, they're not like staying in their lane. So someone here needs to get back in their lane and focus on their things. They need to just get back in their lane. It's construction. So someone here needs to go back to chop wood, carry water. We have chop wood and carry water right here to restore peace in one's life. Someone here can be a boastful, boisterous rooster. So someone here can be saying a lot, cock-a-doodle-doo, speaking a lot on something they know nothing about, and it's really gonna hurt. Some of my Libras really need to improve their character and their pettiness at this time. I'm just reading what it says. They need to purify their spirit and purify their intentions because there's a Libra here who really doesn't have genuine intentions, who is being boisterous, who is cock-a-doodle-doodling about someone, and they don't know anything about what this person actually goes through. Some of my Libras can be too focused on eroticism, pleasure, the sensual world, and that has been controlling them. It's been possessing their spirit, and it's making things negative, jealous, and unsteady in their life, especially when it comes to monetary things. Some of my Libras need to be more charitable, need to be more generous, need to have a more benevolent, true heart, need to withhold from their sensual energy because they've been like numbing out and just going to that to feed themselves. We have, again, the body needs to be healed and cured at this time, sickness. So some of my Libras, there can be, we have a lot of sensual energy and a lot of physical energy. So some of my Libras need to just go get tested because they have something and they're like too boisterous and rooster to actually go to a doctor and get tested. And you need to go get tested because there's someone here who has something and they're acting like they don't, and they do. And I'm sorry, but it's come out in like 4 cards. So there's a dirty Libra here who really needs to clean it up. We even, oh my gosh, we have food, health, and diet disturbances. This will teach you to take better care of your body and to have better health, Libra. I'm sorry that someone doesn't want to hear this, but someone here, a painful, inevitable loss or loss of health. Suffering will make you a better healer and will make you more aware. Someone here is not self-aware. They're like, I can't get something. That can't be me. I don't have all the symptoms. I just have, 4 symptoms. I don't know. Someone needs to learn how to take better care of oneself and to redeem themselves from their sins. I can't make this shit up. There's a Libra here who needs to redeem themselves from their sins. They need to spend more time resolving family issues, going back to education, spending more time with children and animals to purify their energy. And be cautious of mishaps during travel, Libra, because that also came through. that was not, I mean, I can't help what comes through, you guys. It is what it is. Check your other placements, because that was not a good one. Okay, after Libra, Scorpio. Scorpio. Scorpio, you are inspiring a lot of people. You can be seen as a mystic. You are very psychic or premonitory. You can be traveling. Dolphins are really important. You could be going to a coast, or someone could be from a coast. You have multiple cards of travel. You are protected from invisible enemies who are trying to send you emotional storms, or who are living double lives and double relationships and want you to be their mistress or their mister. You can also be seen as a magician, a clairvoyant, a traveler, an occultist, a priest, a high priestess. The sea life is good for you. You have good fortune when you are by the sea, when you spend time during water or by water. Your charisma and your spontaneity is all sent from God. So you're being told to like honor your spontaneity. Like if you spontaneously want to go somewhere, go there. Like when I moved to California, I literally was teaching a yoga class, like my 12 p.m. yoga class. And I had this message, like God literally spoke to me during Shavasana at the end and was like, you need to pack everything and go to California right now. And I did. And my life changed. I literally went home, packed up my car, like, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And some of my Scorpios, there could be something like that. You are also removing envy, malice, and slander from others because of how honest and true your psychic intuitiveness and your premonitory dreams, visions are. You overcome every test and obstacle thrown at you when you are totally tuned in with your spirit. So you are being told the more that you just stay in tune with God and in alignment with that, you will always have honest, true discernment with choices that are thrown at you. So for a lot of my Scorpios, you can have a choice between this lover or that lover, this job or that job, this city or that city. If you listen to your gut and you just stay honest with your relationship with the divine, you'll always make the right decision. You also have a lot of success when it comes to working with people who are of different ethnicities than you. There is being spiritually elevated here, so some people can't understand you. You have to just accept that some people are going to think what they're going to think. Haters going to hate. Plus, what does having haters just means that you're doing something right, because people don't hate on people who ain't shh. People only hate on people who are the shh, okay? So if you're doing something right, you're going to have haters. If you don't have haters, then you ain't shh. If you have haters, you are the shh. So, yeah. You are meant to be an actor, a boss. You're meant to be in entertainment. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to have fame. You inspire joy within others. You have good chemistry when it comes to medicine, food, the healing modalities. The more that you heal yourself, you heal others. You're more stimulated with physical activity. So if you work out every day, then all of these things are just exacerbated. You have an inflexible, strong will that cannot be touched, that cannot be, I can't be with, no, oh, you can't stop this, hey, I do rich, yeah, that's Cash-ish by Meg the Stallion. You're manifesting out loud, so there's something here of like, speak it into fruition and be confident with it. You are a medicine woman or a medicine man. Remember that the snake is poisonous, but it also is the medicine itself. Scorpio is the death and rebirth. So for a lot of my Scorpios who are in their higher vibration of the Scorpionic energy, you have a tolerance for the death and the rebirth of yourself, because you know that every self of you that dies is literally just the beginning of a new higher version of you. So most of my Scorpios have an acceptance with negativity that comes into their life, because they're like, oh yay, this literally means God is up-leveling me to the next level. Whereas other signs can be like, no, why me? And get bitter and resentful, like the Libra energy that just came through. But that literally stops them from going to the next level. Or like in Aries, when I said the buffalo, they see a big winter storm coming, they face the storm and they charge through the storm, so they get through the storm faster. Whereas other signs are like, that's not fair. They must be doing something to get them through that. No, bish. They just faced it and they went through it rather than hiding from it or just standing and ducking. It's very simple. So Scorpio, just like Aries energy, you get through something, you have protection from accidents, you have longevity, recovery, being a medicine woman, a medicine man, because you get through dangerous situations, dangerous people, dangerous, whatever quarrels that people try and send your way, because you face it head on. Some people can think that you're fragile, and that's also what saves you and protects you. It seems like a miracle intervenes every time, but again, it's actually you just honoring that scorpionic death and rebirth cycle. Something about flying kites. You're defended from slander. Your tolerance and discernment will bring you freedom and justice. Spirit is telling you to enjoy the small everyday things in life right now for fortune and success coming around the corner. You are meant to be an artist. You are also meant to express yourself through fashion. So you are being told, like, wear that crazy, obnoxious gown to get coffee tomorrow morning. Like, put on a full face of makeup like I did. Like, when you feel like it, just do it. And if people are like, what are you getting all ready for? Like, just be like, for myself, bish. Like, there's something here where you just need to be like, yeah, I'm creative. I like fashion. I like expressing myself that way. That's literally like, you're meant to do that. Also, moving, lifestyle change, cooking. Like, some of my Scorpios, you're being told you need to cook your own meals right now. I do every day. We have the Eagle card. Eagles fly heights, crows cannot reach. We also have being courageous protects you from accidents and unforeseen events that people try and throw in your way. You have greedy business people around you, but you're a strong, decisive person. You're meant to actually be the boss. You're not meant to work underneath any manager, things like that. So you see through all that crap. You are being directed to a more creative profession. Something here can seem really risky, but it is fruitful because it's what God has literally designed you to do. All right, after Scorpio is Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Sag, you're meant to read this time. That book that you said that you're going to read that's like chilling on your nightstand or your bookshelf, go read it. Like, seriously, read it this weekend. You need to go read. You need to read it. Beware of boisterous roosters around you. You have Archangel Gabriel with you. You can be seeing extra paranormal activity, or your child can at this time. Now is the time to be tender, be more of a parent to your animals or your children. You are extra receptive to like telepathic energies or paranormal activity at this time. Your intuition is heightened at this time. You can feel a lot more tender and sensitive right now. There is spiritual and mental fertility. So you are riddled with ideas and riddles and poems. Some of my Sages really need to write at this time. You can be giving important news to someone, or someone is going to be giving and bestowing important news to you. Someone here can be pregnant. Someone here can be speaking on the birth of a child, or someone here could be wanting to gift a child or an animal to someone. There's chatter and gossip about something. You can be dealing with a Cancer. There's something here about your dreams are actually showing the truth at this time. So if you had some sort of scary dream about your partner, unfortunately it's true. You need to heed the call because it's true. There is a sustainable job for you working with people of different ethnicities. This came through in Scorpio's reading, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Cancer. Working with people in different ethnicities or foreign languages or foreign countries is actually going to improve your spirit and improve your character. It's also going to make you wiser. This is a time of chop wood, carry water. There's going to be diplomacy restored. Something is going to be saved. Now I'm hearing, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. So some of my Sages could be the martyr for someone, for their partner, for their spouse, or for a business partner. You need to drop that 0 and get with the hero, Sag. So there's someone that could be a little different than you, could be a different color than you, live in a different country, a different culture than you, that you need to send them a message, or they need to send you a message, and you need to get away from this person that you're trying to help, or someone else needs to get away from a spouse or a business partner that is just crap. There are profound discoveries and understanding, like someone is finally realizing, like, man, I'm just never gonna get it. Like, this person is just never gonna grow. Like, some people just never want to really go through deep, transforming self-awareness journeys, okay, Sag? You have an envious, lazy, insecure, and jealous business partner or spouse that you need to get rid of yesterday. So my Sages, you're meant to be actors, speakers, writers, singers, performers, athletes. You can be passing an exam, winning your next test, or winning your next competition in the arena. You do have joy and freedom around the corner, but you are going to be experiencing some hostility, anxiousness, or oppression in your home, but you need to liberate yourself and remove the dead weight around you, Sag. So you have dead weight around you, and then you're going to be meeting with new people a new love partner, a new business partner who's actually trustworthy and genuinely optimistic and genuinely a hard worker. Just imagine what you could actually achieve and design, Sagittarius, if you allowed yourself to drop the zero and get with the hero, someone who actually matches your energy rather than you having to provide the energy, the creativity, the brains of the thing for you and this other person. Right now you've been carrying the torch and it's like you've had some success, but you're exhausted. There is an arrogant, impulsive person around you that's destructive, that's hasty. Sometimes they rub off on you and you get arrogant, compulsive, and hasty. You're like, but you have a fighting spirit, and spirit, like God is literally trying to activate you and your inner authority to leave this person, to leave this situation. You have professional success and talent after you repair something. So some of my Sages need to recover a partnership, recover a relationship. Some of my Sages are being told to go back to someone from the past. Some of my Sages could have been seduced with charm or with social like hierarchy. Like someone here can be like, well, I'm supposed to be with this person because they're of the same echelon as me, or I don't know. Someone here thought that someone was like a noble person because they had status or they came from a certain bloodline, but they're not. They're just a lazy, compulsive, arrogant asshole. And you need to drop the zero and get with the hero, Sag. Bless you guys.